秋の準備列日 Today September 17th, part 2, 2023. My gimbal died on me, so I was doing this weird thing, so I'm hand holding it. I hope I'm not shaking it. But there is no editing per se, so this is how I edit. This is the tub where I have my forever babies. They are all deformed in some way. Very unique. You know, there's like this one right here greets me every morning. The back is so bent. Still alive. He loves to eat. So that's an extreme case, but every one of these, it's either their backs are bent, their one of the gills are shorter than the other. Their pectoral fins may not be perfect. This one has a crooked back right here. This one must be almost 3 years old. Love this one. This one is basically the one that I designed my logo out of. So again, I did a 90% water change. The water is pretty clear. Yes. All the tubs or bins I was using for frying all that stuff. I fill this up with methylene blue and water. That's why the water is a little blue. I do this once in a while. I don't just rinse the gear that I use, but I like to disinfect them, and I use methylene blue to kind of do that. So I just stick some of the supplies that I use in there. Most of the questions I get, they're not about Medaka, they're about where do you get this and that. But again, these are the clips I get at Daiso of Japan. If you have a Daiso, D-A-I-S-O, near you, California, Texas, Canada, a couple other places, get these. They're great clamps that basically holds on these grills. These grills, they come in different sizes, and they are from Daiso as well. They last a long time and they work. And I'll explain why they are so beautiful. Move some of the fry from this year. You could see, or I put all these here to kind of provide an example. Summer is over, fall is coming, or it's pretty much fall, and then winter. So the question is, will they survive outdoors? Right now, the name of the game is to try to get them as big as possible before winter comes, before the temperature drops, so that they could survive outdoors. At the size of these guys, they'll make it through the winter. No problem. No problemo. But these little guys, sorry, I need to take a real quick sip. The best beer of the moment is the one that I am having while I am crouched down here looking at the babies. So come by gently. So these little ones that you see on the screen right here, they're too small to survive outdoors. Even here in Pacifica, California, where it doesn't get too cold, it'll maybe get down to 42. So when you do have smaller hariko like this, juveniles, you have another month to go, right? You want to get them to grow as much as possible so they can survive. November comes, and if they are still at this size, you'll want to bring them indoors and keep them in a warmer climate, or if you decide to leave them outdoors, so the chances of them surviving is pretty slim. So, and to the main question right here, so yes, a lot of them are producing eggs, but the question is, you could save the eggs and have them hatch and all that, but are they going to survive through the winter? If you're going to leave them outdoors, they're not. So that's a great indicator, basically saying like when to stop, right? When do you stop collecting eggs, or when do you stop pretty much caring for eggs to produce fry? If they're not going to make it through the winter, then why, right? Every little egg is life, but after they hatch, I mean, in a way, you're kind of playing God. So, right now for me, the adults will lay eggs, but I don't really do anything with them. The adults will end up eating the eggs, and that'll become a protein source for them, right? So it's not getting wasted. But if you're trying to raise fry right now, depending on where you are and the temperature, if you know you're not going to get them big enough for them to survive outdoors in the winter, then you know right now, for me at least, is the time to stop collecting eggs. Unless you want to bring them indoors and do the indoor thing during the summer. Or not the summer, but the winter. I had a few extra brewskis at Nick's, so that may be the cause of me slipping my words. See, these larger guys they'll make it through the winter. The smaller one that you see in the center, maybe the left bottom, they'll need to grow within the next month or so, or else they're not going to make it through the winter. It's too cold. Yeah. Next tub over here. They're juvenile adults. This one is egg bound. It happens. Am I going to do anything to help? There are a couple of ways to do things where you can, if it's female, you bring 2 other males, you isolate the 3 to try to stimulate. A lot of times, I would say like 20% of the time it works and the rest it doesn't. 80% it doesn't. You could try to stimulate it by palpating the area, but that puts a lot of stress. But a lot of times I just let them be. That one's almost a little bit over a year, and still living, thriving. So that's what an egg bound meaning, like, there's eggs, there are eggs, but there's a problemo where she's unable to release them. But the rest are perfect Miyukis, no bent backs or anything. The Taigaiko, the color sheen, that starts from the tail, that goes all the way to the head, they pretty much have. So next year, they'll go through the winter. Next year, I'll look at them again, and some of them they will be parents again next year. So that's what this tub is. And like I said, I consolidated a lot, and this is the last tub that I have. Yozakuras. These are the ones that I just brought from the 3 empty tubs from earlier. There should be 9. There should be, 3 males and 6 females in here. Just bringing them back into a colony. Water temperature adjustment, and they've been in here for a couple hours now, so they should be all good to go. They are a beauty. Yeah. Oh yeah. Since they came from a white container, the bodies are, see? They're white. But in a few hours, their body is going to turn like this, like black. See, Yozakuras, they don't have the Orochi DNA. So the color of their body really, that one has eggs, will depend on the environment and the surrounding, right? So even this one right here, light body, it's all going to turn dark like this. And it's because it's coming from a white environment to it's a pretty dark gray environment. So but they are pretty awesome looking. Like this one right here is going to turn into a pumpkin head, which I call pumpkin head. Basically, you have the orange on top, the tip of the head. The body's going to get dark and black, and then you'll have the llama, the sparkles. So, all right, I'm going to keep it short. Keeping it short and sexy, yo. Pinkman style. I miss Breaking Bad. I didn't have anything planned today. Hopefully Midnight Thrill I'll do next week. There's a bunch of things that I had to deal with today. Had a nice call with a fellow Medaka head. So again, it's cleanup day for me today. Oh yeah. Why do I have these tubs completely sanitized with chlorine? Saving the best for last, man. I don't even know if I should call it the best for last, but so chlorine, water, can cleaned with Dawn. This is where okay, this top right here. Why is it so important? That's a gimbal that died on me. I'll tell you a reason why this thing is important. These tubs over here, I had small fry, so I didn't really put a top on. And yesterday, when I was going through all of them, removing everything from them, this one broke actually. It's pretty weak right here. The net is really good, but like the plastic is weak. Freaking rats, man. So all these over here that did not have the grill, in each of them I had dead rats. Rats that were juveniles that didn't know better. They fell in, couldn't get out, and they drowned, basically. But when you have a tub like this with the green water, you're not going to see it until you drain the water and all that stuff. Lesson learned: for every single tub container that I have, I am going to make sure that I have a metal grill up on top. Like this, basically. So that the rats do not accidentally fall in. They have something to walk on. Again, all the three without the lids had dead rats. Pretty disgusting, but yeah. Alright, so enough of me for today. Domo arigato. Thank you very much. Gracias. Instagram is where I can be found. I think the next couple of updates are going to be about there's an event in Japan called the Gachi Battle coming end of this month, that we from around the world, you don't have to be in Japan, can be a participant of, to vote the best of the best. They're going to have 11 different categories. They're going to have 4 teams, prominent teams in Japan, comprised of professionals and amateurs. A lot of times these amateurs, they do better than the pros, creating these new magnificent lineages and breeds. So I'm going to probably upload something in regards to that and all that stuff. But alright, so I gotta start cooking dinner. Sunday, it's probably past 5 p.m., but we'll do it again next time. Domo arigato. We'll do it again next time. MedakaMetal, at MedakaMetal, Instagram, DM, and all that stuff. Domo arigato. We'll do it again next time. Kanpai chijin chayo. Oppais.